Welcome! I'm so glad you're here. If you've ever dreamed of traveling again but wanted it to feel simpler, Cook was created just for you. In Travel Made Easy for Boomers, we'll walk through everything step by step. And it can be done with confidence, at your own pace. Travel doesn't have to be stressful, overwhelming, or exhausting. It can be gentle, it can be joyful. And it can be done with confidence, at your own pace. Take a deep breath, get comfortable. Your next journey begins here. Let's go into our audio podcast discussion with James King from a renowned travel agency in the country.
Okay, let's unpack this. So maybe you're officially in, a new phase of life. The kids are launched, the big projects are done, and suddenly you have what we're calling ample time.
For the first time in decades, really.
And that freedom is a huge asset. The goal of this deep dive is to transform those long-held travel dreams into tangible, practical experiences.
And easy ones. We hear from so many listeners who have the desire, they have the means, but the sheer complexity of modern travel planning, it creates anxiety.
It's overwhelming.
It is. So our mission today is to cut through all that noise. We're custom tailoring this deep dive to make sure you gain the confidence and comfort you need at every single stage.
Right. We've distilled the whole process into 3 clear phases for you. Phase 1 is all about discovery, finding that perfect destination that really aligns with your interests.
Then phase 2, which is building that rock-solid confidence, we'll do that through focused research on safety, budget, and accessibility.
And finally, phase 3 is all about maximizing the joy and just the seamlessness of the experience itself.
Think of this as your shortcut, a shortcut to being well-informed. We're moving beyond the glossy brochure and getting into the actionable details that turn a good trip into, a great new chapter.
So the first, and I'd argue maybe the most important step, is just choosing where to go. It sounds simple, but you have to start with a little self-reflection.
Oh, absolutely. We highly recommend looking back at your own travel history first.
That past experience is a goldmine of information, isn't it?
It's a total goldmine. Which trips left you feeling genuinely invigorated? Was it the fast pace of a bustling city, or maybe the quiet solitude of a mountain view?
And just as important, what felt like a chore.
Exactly. By pinpointing those feelings, you can start to eliminate destinations that just don't match your current rhythm and priorities.
That makes a lot of sense. But what if a listener's passion is something, a little less transferable, like collecting vintage cars or historical textile restoration? How flexible should we be when we use hobbies as a compass?
That's a great question. We're not looking for a literal one-to-one transfer, but more of a thematic one.
Okay.
So if you love textiles, the incredible colors and textures the Spice Bazaar in Istanbul might really connect with you. If you're a history buff, you look at the context of that hobby. For a gardening enthusiast, it's not just, say, the tulip fields of the Netherlands.
Right.
It's understanding the sophisticated canal systems they built to support all that agriculture.
And that brings us to the thematic deep dive, the aha moment, where you realize the type of journey you truly crave right now.
Yes. We broke travel into 3 core themes based on what really brings people the most satisfaction.
So what's first?
First up, you have adventure in nature. This is for the person who's ready to embrace a bit of a physical challenge or just raw, beautiful landscapes.
So we're talking about things like hiking the Appalachian Mountains or maybe something more rugged like Patagonia.
For sure. Or maybe you want that adrenaline rush of whitewater rafting the Colorado River, or a really transformative wildlife experience like a Kenya safari. This theme is all about active engagement.
Putting your boots on the ground.
Exactly. Then you have cultural and historical tours. These are often the biggest draw for people who are finally getting to their bucket lists.
And what defines a truly great historical tour, in your view?
It's all about deep cultural immersion. You're not just seeing things, you're feeling the weight of history. That means iconic sites like Machu Picchu, the pyramids in Egypt, or, the ancient Greek city of Ephesus in Izmir, Turkey.
Which is a surprising highlight from our source material.
It really is. That's where St. Paul wrote the book of Ephesians. So for the religiously inclined, tracing those kinds of routes, like visiting Mount Ararat, believed to be the resting place of Noah's Ark, or exploring Cappadocia's caves where early Christians hid, it just adds this profound layer of meaning.
And finally, let's talk about the theme that is maybe the most critical for people entering this new chapter, relaxation and wellness.
This is so important, and this theme is about more than just a quick spa treatment. For people who've spent decades juggling everything, it means seeking structured quiet. It means prioritizing genuine recovery over, say, rigorous sightseeing.
I see. So maybe a focused digital detox at a yoga retreat in Bali?
That's a perfect example. Or finding the therapeutic benefits in Japan's authentic onsen, their hot springs. Or even just settling into the serene luxury of the white sand beaches of the Maldives. It's all about returning home genuinely rejuvenated.
Okay, let's pivot to the practical side. Once we have that inspiration, how do we move past the emotional pull and, really compare two places that look equally amazing on paper?
This is where it gets really interesting. We use the tools of the digital age to become armchair travelers first.
Virtual tours?
Virtual tours are essential. Google Arts and Culture lets you literally tour the Louvre or the Uffizi from your computer. It gives you a sense of scale and atmosphere before you even book a flight.
And I imagine travel blogs are useful here too.
Oh, for sure. Don't discount specialized blogs like Travel for Boomers. They offer specific, often budget-conscious tips, from itinerary pacing to how to maximize your loyalty points, like Delta Sky Miles.
So to show this methodical approach, we created a case study comparing two very different global hubs, Istanbul versus Dubai. Let's start with the city connecting two continents.
Okay, Istanbul, Turkey. It offers just unmatched historical depth. The pros are obvious. Phenomenal Byzantine and Ottoman history. I mean, the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, these are World Heritage sites.
And the culture.
The local life is so vibrant. The Grand Bazaar and Spice Bazaar, it's truly a sensory overload of scents and sounds. Plus, general affordability is a huge pro. Your money just goes much further for food and local transport there.
Okay, so what are the trade-offs? What does a listener need to know before heading to Istanbul?
Preparation is key. Istanbul's traffic is legendary. It can be chaotic, unpredictable.
I've heard that.
And while the main tourist zones are fine, you should expect some language barriers when you venture into more residential areas. Also, be ready for weather variability. Timing your trip really matters.
Okay, so now let's contrast that structured chaos with the engineered perfection of Dubai, UAE.
Dubai is the ultimate modern destination, the pros. Unparalleled modern luxury, iconic architecture like the Burj Khalifa, and really well-organized desert adventures like sandboarding.
Yeah, safety is a big one there, right?
It's huge. Most importantly, for many of our listeners, Dubai is renowned for extremely high safety, very low crime rates, plus it's incredibly expat-friendly.
And the cons. I know cost has to be a factor.
Cost is the main one. It is expensive. Beyond that, you have to respect the very strict cultural restrictions and dress codes. It just requires more mindfulness than Western destinations.
And the heat.
And the heat, of course. From May through September, temperatures often soar well above 40 degrees Celsius or 104 Fahrenheit, which makes daytime exploration, well, a real challenge.
So that side-by-side comparison where you match pros and cons to your personal priorities, that's how you move from dreaming to deciding.
Exactly.
So what are the absolutely critical research points listeners must nail down before they click book?
Safety and accessibility are paramount. For U.S. citizens, we strongly advise reporting your trip to the U.S. State Department. They have a notification system.
Why is that so crucial? For the listener who thinks it'll just be sightseeing.
It's about having a digital lifeline. If there's a natural disaster, political unrest, any sudden change in travel advisories, the State Department uses that information to proactively reach out. It ensures you're included in crucial communication about emergency services or, needed evacuation routes.
That's a really good tip. And for accessibility.
If mobility is a concern, check dedicated sites like Accessible Journeys, and this is critical, ask airlines or tour guides about mobility assistance before you leave. Don't wait until you're at the gate.
Now let's talk about reviews. Everyone reads them, but there's a kind of counterintuitive strategy to using them effectively.
There is. You need to pay more attention to the negative reviews than the glowing positive ones.
Really?
Yes. The positive ones just confirm the destination's generally great. But the negative ones, they help you manage expectations and prevent what our source calls errors and lost translation issues. If 3 different people mention the hotel's AC failed in June, you know how to plan around it.
And if, after all that meticulous comparison, you are still completely deadlocked.
We love this final tip. Stop the research and just toss a coin.
An old trick.
It's an old trick, but it works. The moment that coin lands, your immediate gut reaction, disappointment, or elation will instantly reveal which place your heart truly wants to visit. You have to trust that feeling.
Okay, moving into phase 3. Preparation. This is where we eliminate the stress and really build the confidence for a relaxed journey. Let's cover the non-negotiables that too many people skip.
First on the list, travel insurance. It is non-negotiable. People think of it as a waste of money if nothing goes wrong, but it's one of the smartest investments you can make.
And you have to look at the fine print.
You do. Make sure your policy is robust.
Yeah.
It has to cover comprehensive medical care overseas, but also expensive prepaid activities and airline cancellations. Those things can leave you stranded or out thousands of dollars.
And the passport rules. They're strict and not widely understood.
Not at all. Your passport must be valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned return date. This is a common stumbling block that leads to denied boarding.
Wow.
Yeah. So once you confirm the validity, take smart precautions, take a photo of the main page on your phone, print a physical copy for your carry-on, and leave a third copy with a trusted family member. It saves you days of headache if the original gets lost.
That's smart. Now, health and medication management is crucial, especially when you're crossing multiple time zones.
Always. Carry your prescriptions and a doctor's letter explaining your medical needs. This is vital for customs or if you need an emergency refill. And for time zones, the simplest tip is to just use your phone's alarm. Set reminders based on your home schedule and only adjust after you've settled in.
Let's talk packing. Efficiency is key, especially for longer trips. I know the rolling versus folding debate is a big one.
But there's a clear winner here. Rolling clothes is explicitly better. It's not just about space. The technique of tightly rolling minimizes those harsh crease lines.
Ah, so it actually prevents wrinkles.
It really helps avoid that permanently wrinkled look that folding can create. It's a small change with a big payoff.
What other packing strategies guarantee comfort and flexibility?
Layering. Definitely layering. Choose neutral-colored clothing for easy mix-and-match combinations. You can stretch 5 outfits into 10.
And shoes. Don't overdo it on the shoes.
Oh, critically, limit shoes to 2 or 3 comfortable pairs. Walking sneakers, a slightly dressier pair, and maybe something activity-specific. And if you want next-level organization, use an app like PackPoint. It creates customized lists for you.
Okay, finally, let's talk emergency preparedness and safety on the ground.
First, research local emergency numbers. Police, fire, medical, and store them in your phone. And here's a key difference when traveling abroad. Pharmacies in many countries can offer significantly more medical advice and treatments than in the U.S.
So they can be a good first stop for minor things.
A very helpful and efficient first stop for things like stomach issues or colds.
And what about managing money safely?
Simple stuff. Avoid displaying large sums of cash. And never, ever put your wallet or money in an external backpack pocket. It just screams tourist and makes you a target.
Use the hotel safe.
Always use the hotel safe for large cash amounts and backup credit cards. And one more thing for confidence, currency management. Avoid airport exchange kiosks. Their rates are terrible. Use local bank ATMs for cash and make sure you have a travel credit card that waives foreign transaction fees. Know you aren't getting hit with hidden costs just eliminates so much stress. So once you've done all that preparation, you're ready for seamless travel and, full cultural immersion. The first thing you usually face is the language barrier.
But communication should not be a roadblock. The simplest step is often the most powerful one. Just learn basic phrases like hello, please, and thank you.
It shows respect and goodwill. It goes such a long way.
It really does. And technology has completely revolutionized this.
Oh, absolutely. Translation apps like Google Translate or iTranslate are essential now. They offer voice-to-voice translation, but the real power is the camera feature.
That's the game changer.
It is. You can point your phone at a sign, a menu, a museum placard, and it instantly translates the text. It eliminates a massive source of anxiety.
And what about nonverbal communication? A smile is pretty universal.
A smile is, but we have to be careful with gestures. They can have wildly different meanings across cultures. In terms of overall etiquette, showing respect often just means observing local dress codes.
Right, covering shoulders and knees in many places.
Exactly. And remember, entering a mosque requires a head covering for women, for example, so just plan your wardrobe accordingly. Patience and an open mind, they prevent most misunderstandings.
Let's talk about booking comfort, starting with where you're going to stay.
When you're choosing accommodations, whether it's a big hotel chain, an Airbnb, a cozy B&B, your first priority should always be accessibility, then cost. Make sure the place meets your mobility needs.
And for long-haul travelers facing those really punishing itineraries, you have a powerful tip about air travel.
I do. If you have a very long layover, especially because of a delay, Ask the airline about hotel accommodations provided at their expense.
Yeah.
Many major carriers offer this and allows you to rest and recover fully.
That is a fantastic tip. And the final critical piece of authentic immersion and budgeting, the food.
You have to eat where the locals eat. This isn't just a budgeting tip. It's the key to authentic cuisine. Tourist crap restaurants often sacrifice quality for convenience.
So just venture a block or two away from the main square.
Exactly. Look for places bustling with local families, and you will save money and enjoy the best food the destination has to offer.
So what does this all mean? The ample time you've earned is this massive opportunity, and by engaging with the planning process effectively, from the deep research and safety checks to disciplined, light packing, you just eliminate so much stress.
And that builds the confidence you need for a truly rewarding trip. It transforms the whole journey from a logistical headache into a fulfilling new chapter of exploration.
Which is exactly what this life stage should offer.
For sure.
For our final actionable tip, remember that sharing the journey keeps that passion alive. Document your trip, whether it's through a travel journal, taking high-quality photos, creating short videos. I remember our source mentioned they were first inspired to travel to Istanbul after watching a Turkish series.
And seeing the landmarks come to life on screen.
Exactly. So sharing your story might be the spark for someone else.
And documenting is a way to process the experience for yourself, too. But let's leave you with this provocative thought to mull over, maybe on your flight home or during your next planning session. Travel doesn't end when you unpack. What specific lesson did your last trip teach you about yourself? Was it patience, flexibility, the value of just slowing down? And what will you specifically commit to using from that lesson to plan your next adventure?
Setting those new personal goals, that keeps the spirit of exploration alive. It makes every trip a stepping stone.
That's it. Safe travels and keep exploring.
Thank you for spending this time with me. If you'd like to continue your journey and explore Mojang travel resources, you're warmly invited to visit my store. Created especially for travelers who value comfort, clarity, and peace of mind. The complete Travel Made Easy for Boomers is available now on my website, Gracebydiladay.store. Visit Gracebydiladay.store whenever you're ready. Until then, travel gently and take good care.